Good morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a maintenance day. Not on my Subi. Jeez, look at my shop. Disgusting. Got stuff everywhere. Super crowded walkway. Whatever. Today is going to be maintenance on a 2005 Acura TL. We have to do. There goes that "we" again. I have to replace the front valve cover gasket on the motor because it is leaking. So let's jump right into that, shall we? Alright, so like I was saying, we're going to be replacing the front valve cover gasket, being this one here. As you can see, maybe on the camera, there's a bunch of oil and gunk around all over the place, and also as you're driving, or rather when you come to a stop, you can smell the engine oil and stuff that's seeping out from right here. So we're gonna go ahead and get that replaced. For starters, we're gonna go ahead and remove the cover here. And once that's off, we're gonna go ahead and pull this plate here off. These are 10 mil bolts. We're going to disconnect the electrical connectors around here, remove these hose clamps, and separate the hoses here, get this pulled off, and go from there. Alright, we've got this top plate off here. We've got our various hoses and electrical connectors disconnected. Over here on the throttle body, we got everything removed as needed. One thing to note would be being very gentle with these hoses. They're most likely going to be extremely dry, rotted, and fragile. In this one's case particularly, they will break, so be careful with those. So once all this stuff is disconnected, as it is, you're going to take and remove the bolts inside here. These are 12 millimeter. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 12 millimeter and 2 10 mils right here that we need to take out, and then the whole throttle, or the whole intake manifold here, should just pop right off. And just to make things a little bit more convenient, you're also probably going to want to remove your whole airbox system here that's connected into your throttle body. It just gives you a little bit more working space. There are 4 8 mil screws holding your airbox down, one in each corner. One last hose under here, under the throttle body. Make sure you disconnect it. It's going to be a little bit of a pain, but a little bit of patience and you'll get it off. So the throttle body would be sitting right here. This hose goes to the throttle body, and as you can see, there's a little bit of fluid coming out of it. Make sure you put a rag around underneath it to absorb whatever you're losing so it doesn't go all over your engine bay. So now that the intake manifold is off, we're going to remove these 10 mil bolts here that hold on the, excuse the noise, that hold on the valve cover. We're also going to take this off and disconnect the coil packs. Go ahead and remove all that stuff so that we can get this valve cover completely. This is the inside of the valve cover. Everything looks good. We're going to cover this up and move on down to the valve cover, get it cleaned up, and get the new seal put in it, and then start reinstalling everything. We're also going to go ahead and clean this gasket surface here. I got a little razor blade type scraper. Go ahead, go through, make sure everything's off of it, nice and clean, so that it gets a new seal. Alright, now that we've got our valve cover off and on the ground, or in my case into a little box here, we're going to need to take a rubber mallet and gently tap on the valve cover bolts that are stuck in, like this. Gently pop them out, and then once they're popped out, we're going to take a big pair of cutters and cut these little grommets off so that we can replace them. Well, that was unexpected. There we go. Now we'll clean the bolt off, spray it down with a little WD-40, and press the new grommet on. Spray a little bit of cleaner stuff on the bolts, let it soak for a second when we can get whatever little grimes on it off. I'm going to do the same thing with the valve cover. Since it's off, you might as well clean it. You don't want to put a dirty component back on your car if it's easily accessible to clean. So we're going to go ahead and spray it down, wipe it off, get it clean, and then work on reinstalling the new grommets to the bolts. If you're interested, this is the kit that I'm using. I will also put these numbers down in the description. It comes as a whole thing, a whole kit. It's got both the front and rear valve cover seals, new plug seals that go inside the valve cover itself, and also the pieces that I cut off of the valve cover bolts. Alright, so you're going to take your new grommet. You're going to make sure this rubber side here is facing down, and that the metal part here is going to be seated with the top of the bolt. Take some WD-40 or some type of lubricant. I'm going to spray the neck down right here. Put a little bit on right here. Don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. Set them together. Take a socket big enough to fit. Just like that. Stick it in the vise. And close the vise. And there you have it. New grommet on the bolt. Alright, now that we've got the little seals out that's on the inside of the valve cover, we're going to go ahead and put the new ones in, which are right there. And as with any seal that I pull in, I'm going to put a little bit of a semi-lube, or you could use probably a little bit of grease to help them slide in. So I'm going to go ahead and get those pressed in, and then we can start the final reassembly. Now with pressing these in, you should be able to put it in with just using your hands, at least most of the way. It's not like a main seal or something on a motor where it's extremely tight. So you should be able to just set it in like this and mash it down with your hands. And once you get to a certain point, you can take a socket or some type of press that you may have, just to further make sure that it goes all the way down. You want to be careful. You don't want to press on the inner part of these seals because it will tear, and you don't want to do that. You want to press on the outside portion closest to where it's seating. Make sure it goes down all the way. And there we go. And finally, remove the old rubber seal. You might need a little bit of persuasion. Here we go. You also notice there's little notches on the seal, and there's that line up with notches that are in the valve cover. So it's pretty simple to install. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright. This valve cover is now 100% ready to install on the car. It's cold, people. It's cold. Alright, so it's the next morning. I ran out of daylight filming. So I went ahead and got everything reassembled. It's simple, just reassemble everything in reverse order. There is a torque sequence for the intake manifold, but if you start from the center and work your way out as far as torquing it goes, you should be fine. I'll put the torque specs and everything down in the description if you guys are curious about that. So I didn't start the car or anything yesterday after I finished, so what we're going to do this morning, go ahead and start the car, let it get up to warming temperature, get all this ice and stuff cleared off the windshield, take it for a test drive, make sure everything's sealed up and not leaking as it's supposed to be, and then go from there. Still no leaks. That's awesome. Problem fixed. No seeping or anything around the corners. No seeping in the front. That's it. the job is done. I hope you guys have gotten something from this. Maybe if you're doing it yourself, it's a super simple task. It's not really very involved. I think anybody can do it. You just need a little time and patience. Follow a YouTube video, follow the manual for the car, or for the teardown of this thing. It's really simple. So I encourage you to try it if you haven't tried it. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys liked it. Smash that thumbs up button if you did. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next video. Later.